Fentanyl. It's a dangerous drug whose reach knows no bounds.
In my over 30 years in law enforcement, this has been the most significant drug to impact any community. It's not unique to Lompoc. It's countywide, it's statewide, it's national.
But that doesn't mean the Lompoc community feels it any less.
Over the last 3 years, we've seen an increase to about 160 calls a year that are fentanyl related exclusively.
You don't have to look far to find people who have seen the dangers of fentanyl firsthand.
I've used drugs in the past to cope with family deaths, all that stuff, trauma, whatever it is that people use. That's why I use it to cope with. I used heroin or fentanyl or any kind of opiate, any kind of downer to feel better.
The drug's impact doesn't discriminate between age or even income.
The spectrum varies from say lower income to middle income to higher income to homeless population.
We're seeing such an increase in young adults and teenagers that are engaging in the use of fentanyl that we want to make sure we can do everything we can to help them.
First responders say each time someone ingests the drug, they run the risk of overdosing or even death. In fact, just the small amount next to the penny shown here is a fatal dose. But what makes it so deadly?
The sources that they're getting it from are not legitimate laboratories. It's coming across the border in pill form and not measured out the way that a laboratory would do it. So when they think they're getting a small amount of this drug, they're getting way more than the body can handle, and then the body shuts down.
All 27 copies. I'm en route.
When first responders encounter narcotics, there's precautions they put in place to avoid their exposure to this dangerous drug that can unintentionally seep into their skin or airways. While the PPE is helpful, one thing first responders can't protect themselves from is the lasting mental toll that can sometimes linger for months or even years after intercepting an overdose.
That's where it happened.
Captain Augustine Arias is a 25-year veteran of the Lompoc Police Department and recalls the day he discovered a child had ingested fentanyl like it was yesterday.
When you see a child that's dying or dead, it sticks with you. It's not an image that you can erase. It's not an image that you'll ever get out of your mind. It's going to sit there.
Captain Arias says he entered the child's home to see if any other children needed help. That's when he noticed a white powder substance in the bathroom.
After communicating with the parents and finding out what possibly the child could have ingested, I found that it was fentanyl.
Arias says he quickly stepped into action, notifying the crews treating the child in the street down below.
And they administered Narcan to the child, at which time she became responsive to treatment, and by the time they got to the hospital, they were able to stabilize the child and pretty much save her life.
Hope for curbing some of the addictions around fentanyl is now coming in the form of enhancements to treatment options and enforcement for those caught with the drug under the new Proposition 36.
With this new law, these people are going to end up at some point in front of a judge, and a judge is going to make a decision what's best, whether you can go back into the community or if you're going to stay in custody. And as a part of that, hopefully order rehabilitation so that they go into some kind of drug rehab program to help them get off of that drug, because right now there is no accountability for that.
Lompoc's first responders are also working on educational campaigns to increase awareness about the dangers of using this drug and look forward to participating in new opportunities for helping those in need.
We want people to know that just because you are using these drugs, there is certainly a way out, and we're certainly happy to help get those people through that and on to the next phase.
To find resources for those experiencing addiction, visit the Lompoc Police Department app. Scan the QR code on your screen to be taken to your phone's app store. Open the app and navigate to the Links tab to learn more.